Well, howdy. How's everybody doing? How's everything going? Welcome to another episode, another edition of Divine Love Talk. Today is Thursday, December 19th. We are on the heels, quickly approaching the winter solstice. Let's talk about it, right? But before we talk about it, introduce yourself. If this is your first time here, let us know where you're from and how you are doing. If you are seeing me for the first time, hello, hello, hello. My name is Etta, Mystic Healer, intuitive and spiritual life coach. Looky, we have room for, I don't know. Let's start with 3 readings today. As I get my stuff in order, right? Gotta have a notebook to write down the list. If you haven't gotten your 2025 planner, what are you waiting for? What is the holdup? What is the problem? The link is in the bio for the 2025 astrological planner. We've already started using it, so please catch up. The digital version was released yesterday for those who are interested. But if you want to keep track of all the cosmic happenings for 2025, all the retrogrades, all the eclipses, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the lunar and solar eclipse happening in the month of March, the same month where the astrological new year begins. Fun. And with the same month, we have our next Mercury retrograde. Jeez Louise. You got to know what's happening, what's going on, so that you can prepare for it. What else is going on, my beautiful people? Keep in mind, if you are new here, I will never reach out to you first. So please beware of scammers. If all of you at some point today go look at my first pin videos, I think I am like 60,000 away from hitting 1 million views on that video. I need y'all to go to my first pin video at some point today and jack that joint up, please. And thank you. I really want to end the year with one video being at 1 million views. So if y'all could help me with that, that would be greatly appreciated. Moderators, are you on deck? We are doing at least 3 mini readings. And as always, subscribers to the live always get complimentary mini readings on the live. Since we didn't get a chance to go live yesterday, we're both going to do a general reading, and then we're going to do a love reading for the collective before we get into the mini readings. If you would like a personal reading, that information's in the you know where. Before we get started, let's see who is here. Krista! I look down and you're the first name that I see. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, Sasha. Blue Rose, long time no see. How have you been? How are the littles? How's life been treating you? How are you? How are you? How are you? J-Max, I need one. If no one else has signed up, I got to scroll up to see if anybody else has signed up for one. Layla, you are right on time, right? We didn't even get started yet, but we will get started. Couple of announcements. If you are not on the Patreon, sign up for the Patreon, even if you sign up for as a free member, just in case TikTok, has trouble in the future, right? We will all be convening there, and so we can figure it out. Light of mind, you already know the answer to that. So asking it multiple times means that there's a deeper question that needs to be asked. Go within, babe. Auntie, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, Loca. Starting January 1st, subscribers to the Patreon will be the ones that get the mini readings. Subscribers to the live will get 1 card pulls. Classy, how are you? Miss Nicole, how are you? How are you? How are you? Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the roses. auntie. She's going to have an amazing birthday month because it's just so many transformational energies. As I look down and see Sunny, the goddess, is with us today. I was about to send out the armory to go look for you because, Queen, twin, where have you been? Like, for real though, where have you been? Where have you been? Empress Honey, how are you? I only got maybe like $9. Can we shift the thought and just say, I got $9? It's amazing I got $9. You know what you could do with $9? You could get something from McDonald's. $9 goes a long way. You could get milk, bread. It depends how much milk, right? And maybe half a dozen eggs, right? With $9. It depends where you are in the United States. But $9 is a lot, right? Especially compared to the person who has $1. Scarlett, good evening. How are you? How are you? Roxy, Roy Boy, another person I haven't seen in forever. How are you? How are you? How are you? As a reminder, the readings on the live are for people who subscribe to the live or to the Patreon. Ooh, we have coupons. Okay. We're going to get into the general readings. So far, we have J Max on the list for a reading today. I'm going to pull out my handy list. Right, today is the 19th, J Max. That means we have 2 slots available for who else is a subscriber to the live, who wants a mini reading. But then again, keep in mind, we will be doing a love reading, right, for the collective. And we are going to get into the general reading right now for the collective. Right, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Not everything applies to you. Okay. I love you all, and I thank you all for spending this part of your day with Spirit, the Soul Tribe, and myself. So let's get into today's message. Today is Thursday, right? On Thursdays and Tuesdays, we celebrate the Divine Feminine. Thursdays are also a great day to do any money works. If you've been experiencing blocks around money or other blocks and obstacles in your life, consider being a part of the road opening prayer that's taking place on the 30th. That information is in the bio. You guys know that already. That being said, continue commenting and I will get to your comments as I am done with the channeling, but the moderators are on deck to make sure that this remains a safe, sacred space for all. Holy Spirit, what message do you have for the collective on this Thursday, the 19th, just 2 days before the winter solstice, where the sun is at its lowest point, right? And it kind of hovers there for like 3 days. And then we have Christmas, right? And then we have this renewal, this type of rebirth action that's going on. And then we have that new moon coming up on the 30th, right? That's going to be a very solidifying new moon because it is in Capricorn. This is a good time as we wrap up the calendar year to start making note of what needs to be released and what you're bringing with you into 2025, the year of the snake. What other message does the collective need to hear on this day? Everything just wants to hover here, so we'll just pull these. Get a message from our divine feminines, the spicy deck. That card landed on my foot, so we will take it and we will leave it upright and put her right there. It fell out, went off. I love it when they fly across the table, then come under the table back to me. They boomerang. That means it's a very, very important message that we can't miss. I'll leave you guys there. And then we'll get one from what's the vibe, Holy Spirit? What is the vibe on this Thursday? Thank you. What else? else? Thank you. These are crossing. Anything else? Please continue hitting the like button as it sends the message and keeps us relevant. We'll leave that there in the algorithm. Holy Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective on this Thursday? All right. It feels like we have most of the OGs in the room and a couple of the folks who are not normally with us. Much love to you guys, because you're always with us in spirit, right? Or when we have one-on-ones. I love it. So let's start here in this messy pile, right? This messy quadrant that belongs over there. Put this together. This is in its own field. All right. We have this journey card, right? Which came out in the reverse, right? This distant horizon. And Spirit said journey. And I believe it came out the last time in reverse as well, or maybe upright. It came out on Tuesday, reminding us that whatever we thought was off in the distance, off far away, not happening anytime soon, that we had time to prepare for. Oh no, baby. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen very, very quickly. Narcissist, egotistical, opportunist, fragile, concerned. What else? Unfinished symphony. Okay. Community. This ties into the reading that we posted on YouTube earlier today. A lot of you feel like you have unfinished business with a particular person, but your guides are asking you to rethink that, especially since they've been trying to get you away from this person because somebody else or something else has been coming in. Some of you who are in this energy have been feeling like nothing's been working out and your prayers are not being answered, and some of your spell work is not working. First of all, why are you doing love magic? You know, we listen and we don't judge, but why, baby, why? Especially when it comes to love, right? Everything else, but most especially love and trying to bend somebody's free will. You are also in attempting to hold on to one person who clearly isn't good for you, right? You feel like you have to walk on eggshells around, right? You are blocking the very blessing that they're trying to bring in for you. A lot of you haven't had success in love because you're holding on either to the wrong person or to the wrong frame of mind. These cards I always have to pull off camera because some of them are super spicy. This scarcity mindset, right, is another reason why you're holding on to the wrong person, right? Like you'll never find somebody else. If you think you'll never find somebody else, then guess what? You will never find anybody else. And why would you even want to do love magic on somebody who doesn't fully love you? They may say they love you. Sometimes they may even act like it. But if they're in this narcissistic, egotistical, opportunist energy, chances are they don't even love themselves. And if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't love themselves 100%, they cannot love you on any percentage. So you're wasting your time, your energy, and your bippity-boppity-boo doing love magic on someone that literally isn't worth your time, at least in this time and space. Let love go, let love come in, let love be what it's supposed to be. Regardless of the horror stories you're hearing here on TikTok, and, we hear about Tinder and all these different horrible dating stories, right? And how it's so hard to find love, right? And the dating pool has peanut. Well, if you subscribe to those thoughts and you lean into that negative Nancy or Norman energy, then why are you surprised when you attract exactly that? Always, 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 always remember your thoughts and your words attract your experiences. If you want to have amazing experiences, align your thoughts and actions and your words with amazing experiences. If you want to have an amazing lover, don't celebrate, don't entertain mediocrity. Who else was sad when Justin Timberlake, that whole thing about Justin Timberlake came out with the micro, I can't say right now on live. I know we've heard rumors of it, but if the micro is not your thing, don't entertain it. And that goes on the other scale of things either, right? If you go see a man about a horse and you find out that horses are not your speed either, then, cast your net someplace else. And as hilarious as that sounds, it's really, really true. This journey about life and love and becoming is aligning with the things, the people, and the places that make your soul feel good, that make your soul fulfilled. You don't have to settle for mediocrity. You don't have to settle for just enough. Whatever you are thinking of when it comes to your dream life can become your reality. As long as you walk the walk and talk the talk, it has no choice but to show up in your reality. And going back to this distant horizon card, once you become super clear about this is what you want and allow it to show up for you in divine timing, you will be pleasantly surprised on just how well everything works out for you. Next, we have message with Mayat and Brazen, but Mayat is in reverse. We're going to flip her around, right? Some of you are going to get flipped around this weekend. I ain't putting your business out there. Mayat is about giving and receiving on an equal level away, right? It's going back to those of you who are doing love magic. Spirit is really, really, really getting on you because there's so many ramifications and consequences attached to doing love magic. If you're praying for somebody, right, and, setting intentions for them to be okay, for them to get through a medical crisis or another type of crisis, that's different. But if you're sitting over there dancing around red candles, pink candles, doing stuff with your monthly that you're not supposed to be doing in the name of entrapping said person, that's going to come with severe consequences. Again, it's blocking you from your real love, your true love, and it's blocking your happiness. Giving and receiving, as also coming out with Brayson, is also reminding you that once you stay in that balance and you keep your heart light, letting people go as they may, the ones that are coming in, screening them. And if they're not up to par, sending them about their way and being unafraid because, you miss one bus, there's another one coming, right? You miss one train, there's another one coming, right? Be bold, be brazen, and whatever it is that you want to manifest into your life, because as we are shifting the year, right? Spirit with the 7, right, wants to bring it to you. They want to help you heal those broken parts of you, those parts of you that didn't know better, right? You thought it would be interesting to do a little bippity boppity boo after you know who, because, you've seen so many people talking about it and it just seems like you wanted to try that too. But now that you know better, baby, you are expected to do better, because it is too easy once you start dibbling and dabbling with manipulating people's free will to get into that toxic energy. And when you become la toxica and you're going around bippity boppity booing and trying to force the universe to yield unto your will, you will attract situations and people that just drain the life out of you. When you keep it light and breezy, no pun intended if breezy or forever breezy is here. But when you keep it light and breezy, you keep it fair and balanced, you let what comes, what goes, you will be rewarded with the most beautiful things with this alchemy card that we have to get to that life has to offer. Every single one of us have dibbled and dabbled in something that was at least the tiniest, tinsiest bits of toxic, right? And then we were like, not for me. But some of us have gotten deep, deep, deep in the end. And this is your call to come back and release it. You cannot force anything or anyone to bend to your will. Even if you do, it's only an illusion. And you will end up a lot worse off than you began with. We could start talking about domestic situations and how sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes those things come about. Next, we have judication, right? As we're wrapping up the year, and we've been hearing this for the past few weeks, right? And some of you for the past few years, right? We've all been on trial. We've all been here, right? Even though we're still on the physical plane, but we've all had our hearts weighed against a feather to see if they're lighter or at least as light as a feather. And for those of us who have done well and have done what was expected of us and used our bippity boppity boo well, then you will get the judgment that aligns with doing that. For those of you who, made some mistakes, how do they say? You did the crime, you got to do the time. Hopeful in suffering in silence. This also came out during the YouTube reading, right? Going back to La Toxica, right? Some of us, because, we know that you did XYZ to us. We're going to do ABC to you, right? We're going to get back on our bippity boppity boo. We know you threw baneful magic at us, the evil eye at us. We're going to throw that John right back. That's not your job, right? Your job is to keep it very cool, very calm, very light and breezy. Your guides, the angels, and we heard that message weeks ago, the angels are on it. They're taking care of everything, right? No matter how bad or awful the baneful magic was that was thrown at you, there's no need for you in your humanness to retaliate. Just say the words that you release it to your angel team and it is done. God has already taken care of it. And what he can think of to make things right, to make things fair, you would never possibly imagine. A lot of you like to look on so-and-so's Instagram and their Facebook and see what they're posting to see how their life is going. First of all, stop that. You have your own life to attend to. It's okay to peek every now and then, but don't let it consume hours of your day. Understand, though, it may seem like that person who did you wrong is doing just fine. It may seem like they're even doing better than you, but they are suffering in silence and tucking it in so that nobody knows. Those of you who are higher echelon spiritual folks who have had people come against you for whatever reason, they are about to be dragged, and you have front row seats. So when the time comes for you to know how justice was served, trust and believe it will literally fall into your lap. You don't have to go looking for it. You don't have to be curious about it. It's going to come to you. Use that energy. Instead of doing unto others as they have done unto you, use that energy again to align with the experiences that you want to have, to align with those things that you have on your vision board, to align with your intentions by using your words and your energy, right, and your feelings and your thoughts to attract those beautiful experiences that you are desiring. You can do it. Do not forget that, right? Confirmation with this observer card. Now, foxes are one of the smartest animals and they are quick, right? They are quick and they are cunning, right? And a lot of you, I love it, have that same type of energy. But this is literally saying, please don't come for my beat up cards. They've been with us a long time. But this is confirming that you are to do Nothing at all, right? Your wishes with these stars, right, and they're kind of scattered, are slowly manifesting. They just want you to sit back, relax, and watch the show as they make things right, as things come into balance for you and yours. If you're going to do something, cleanse, pray, meditate, eat something yummy, indulge in self-care. Pamper on you. Don't worry about what's his face or what's her face and still be angry over what was done. It's done. It's did. It happened. It's in the past. It's in God's hands now. Keep moving on because you, my dear, if you're here and you caught this message, you were guided here to receive the confirmation that every little thing is going to be all right, and it's probably going to turn out way better than you can possibly imagine. Keep yourself occupied, like they're saying, by indulging in you. We always talk about the lotus and how it has to grow through the mud, through the darkness before it can bloom into this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flower, right? Sit still. Be in your stillness, which is 34 is 7, verse 29 is 11, right? The divine God is taking the creator, the universe, whatever name you have for the omnipotent being that sees over, knows all things, hears all things, right? That entity is taking care of everything. Even in your darkest hour, know that victory is just a moment away. Even in your darkest hour when you are bawling your eyes out, and I'm talking about the tears falling, the snot fallings, it feels like your soul is snapping into two. Even that in that moment, know that everything will work out. And it's going to work out better than you can possibly imagine. Use this time, this in between, because Spirit pointed to it when we did one of the readings we posted before going live. This is like you're wrapping up your season of loss. You're wrapping up your season of feeling defeated, right? Of being the victim. And coming into your season, being led into your season, walking into your season of victory. This is why with some of those relationships that were so hard for you to let go of, in the end, you had no choice but to let go. It became too painful to hold on. Letting go was necessary. Letting go been necessary. But now that you're free, now you can experience all the miracles and wonders and blessings that are yours by divine right. 2025 is going to be a year to remember, right? Now that Saturn had most of 2024 to exact justice, to set us up, right, for the best year yet, for the best era yet, just go with the flow. Pamper yourself whenever you have an opportunity to. Indulge in self-care whenever you have the opportunity to, right? Pray, meditate, practice gratitude. You might want $9 million, but if you just have 9 for now, practice gratitude for the 9. Practice gratitude for the small things, because it's often the small things that are signs and harbingers of the big things to come, the big things that are about to manifest into your reality. And for some of you, you've known this. You've been known this, like since April, right? You've kind of had this inner knowing in the pit of your stomach that something good is about to happen, right? Was it Macbeth when they said something wicked this way comes? You felt more like something really good is afoot and you just couldn't put your finger on it, but it's just feeling like any moment now something good was going to come in. And no matter how dark life got and how it showed up for you, you had this deep inner knowing that it was about to shift at any moment. Just because it hasn't shifted yet doesn't mean that it's not going to shift. It is about to shift, and that shift is going to be almost a day to night shift. It's going to happen very, very quickly. So rather than another reason not to sit there wondering about who and what and why they did this and why they did that. No, focus on preparing to receive the very things that you asked for, preparing to receive all those things you have illustrated on your vision board, all those things you've been praying for and asking for and just desiring. How do they say? Build it and they will come. Make space for those intentions to manifest into your reality, and it will happen. That is the general message. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the comments, and then we'll get into a very, very quick love message for the collective. If you are here and you weren't here earlier, at some point today, go over to that first pinned video on my page and just view it, like it, whatever, right? I need that video. So I'm manifesting that video gets 1 million views before 2025 comes in, because why not? Why not? Your rush. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Quick love. So, Loca, was that the right shoulder blade or the left shoulder blade? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Whimsical Pisces, how are you? Blaze, how are you? Well, Marcy, you only missed Tuesday. We didn't make it on yesterday, right? And now we're here together, right? Just in time for the love reading. Right. So you're always on time, right? And I got some cleaning up to do on YouTube. I realized there's like 6 videos that are uploaded that were never made. Slightly embarrassed. They were uploaded, never made public. So I gotta go make those public. Queen of Hearts. Hi. Portia, yeah, we'll put you right after J Max. Why not? Why not? Portia. So we'll do the love reading, then we get into some more comments, and then J Max, and then Portia. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you. Of course, it would be the left shoulder, right? The receiving side. Wow. Classy. Thank you. To 1 million and beyond, right? To infinity and beyond. Well, hey, Lux. How are ya? How's life been, right? Another one who's been out in the world just enjoying life and doing what spiritually gifted people do. No, I haven't seen the movie. I've been entranced by the friendship that's come out of it for the 2 main characters, Cynthia and Ariana. Yeah, that's been interesting to watch. Very, very interesting. Boogie, woogie, woogie. It's shifting. Indeed, it is. Always be grateful, even for the trials and tribulations, because it's in tough times we grow and we learn. You're absolutely right. My chunky cat looks like a fox in a field. I stopped the car. I want that fox. I feel you. Gratitude is attitude all day, every day. I'm doing me first, and what was told by God to me, then I'm doing humanity. Queen of Sheba, I get it. It's a little choppy, but I get it. I was never the victim. Hey, Blaze. I thought I was, but I wasn't. I had to let go. I have been fine. I still am. I swear. I love the way you think. You're so good. You're so good. So good. Yes, Layla. We're wrapping up. Right? These 3 months, January, February, March, is going to be a month of preparation. March is too yummy, right? Shout out to Classy for accidentally bringing this to our attention. But when we look at March 2025, right? can't show you everything because I've already been in my thingy, right? You have Virgo, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, the Virgo full moon and a total lunar eclipse, spring equinox, and an Aries new moon and partial solar eclipse, right? And those are just the major happenings. We're not talking about the minor happenings. So it's definitely, as this the real new year, the astrological new year comes in, it's going to be that point where everything kind of changes and shifts radically. Spirit also pointed out Aquarius season, so that period between mid-February to mid-March where a lot of transformations are going to take place. Go with the flow. Relax as much as possible. Recharge as much as possible. Engage in radical self-care as much as possible. Hi, Dorsey. How are you? I'm just going through the rest of the comments. And again, I thank you for the follows and thank you for the likes to keep us relevant in the TikTok algorithm. Oh, he has been upgraded. Making a vision board with Mr. Boogie. I love it. 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 They can flaunt online, but I feel it. Of course, we always feel it. We always feel it, loca. Stalking the gram is great because I love to see them suffering. I do my Psalms work. I love a good Psalms work, Jasenia, and let God handle it. He's the best. It takes time, right? This is why a lot of people stray away from light work because we want that instant gratification, right? So we go to sort of that one-handed work, that two-handed work, right? But however dark the practitioner and however strong their bippity boppity boo, nothing is ever as great as God's form of justice. And that's from experience. Classy, wait, what's not? What's not? Tell me. Hey, Starseed222, how are you? How are you? I saw you in the comments the other day, right? The one with the BMW. You didn't catch the numbers, right? If I can remember correctly, but it's okay. What you feels like you're doing is leaning into paying attention to the signs and synchronicities a little bit more. Releasing what no longer serves you a little bit more. Keep going. Keep going. Right? Like the car that passed you. This car, you've been gone. Yeah, you have been, right? Because we introduced the Kipper deck, the new Kipper deck, right? The other one was too small. Back in October, when we had the Nightmare Before Christmas deck and this one, right? Lots of new decks. I feel like I've come kind of far. Kind of far is an understatement. You have come very, very far on your journey. Layla, thank you for the roses. I love flowers, I do. Especially stargazer lilies. Love them, love their scent. Right? Love their scent. We're going to get into the how you take my breath away, Krista. Purging my closet for Mr. Krista. Mr. ATM, A Divine, right? Oh my goodness, that is such that journey that's unfolding for you, Krista, is a lot. Like a Rubik's Cube, it just snaps in place. Yes. Miss Char, thank you. Thank you. Every actress that played, really? I wonder why, Lux. I wonder why. Blue Rose, we all must have been hiding. No, you guys have been in the thick of it, right? Doing what needs to be done. Queen, how are you feeling on this wonderful Thursday? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Hi, Tammy. Hi, Deanna. Nashaya. And Mickey. How are you? Leela, you certainly can. Wow. Ariana even called Cynthia to make sure she was getting the same pay. Wow. Nashaya, I am wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Jasenia, Psalms 4. What you trying to get done? What are you trying to get done? Or you can send me a DM or email me. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're going to get into the love reading. I keep stumbling over so many minor inconveniences. I'm glad that you are seeing them as they are, as minor inconveniences, and keeping it moving, right? You are another one, Marcy. Marcy, that has come far on their journey. I'm going to turn away from the comments and get into this love reading. And some of you may not be ready to hear this with this cut that we have going on. Spirit was like, give them a general. We're not worried about your person that's on your mind, especially if you are, you're not going to like this. If you're easily pissed off, you might want to go. This might be where you want to, kind of sign off. No hard feelings. I love you still. I still love you, oodles and oodles. But this feels like, it feels blunt and raw because my heart is just like, it's doing this thing like it's protecting itself. With this Temperance card that cut towards the Empress. It's another confirmation. Some of you were like, not me, when we did the Twin Flame ceremony in November, right? We had a ceremony on 11/1 and we held those 10 days or so of prayer, right? For divine union to take place. And when I did the first prayer, I came back and I said, guys, a lot of you, because Spirit didn't want to put those who this applies to on Front Street. They needed you to self-identify into the work and healing that comes with self-identifying. But on the first, when we did the Twin Flame ceremony, right, we did the healing, it came back that a lot of you are in relationships with the wrong people, that you're holding on to the wrong person. And rather than letting go of that person that you know is the wrong person, some of you, not all of you, some of you held on even tighter. You're wondering if it's going to work out with Bobby, Ricky, Joanne, Frank, Thomas, Rebecca, somebody's name with a Y that I cannot pronounce, when you already know the answer. You, because you found me, right? So that's confirmation right there that you are a supreme divine being. You're not a regular divine feminine or divine masculine, yet you allow people to treat you like you are regular, like you are average or mediocre when you are not. If you came here trying to figure out whether or not it's going to work out with so-and-so, Spirit is saying, no, it's not. Let it go. If they do not honor the fact that you are a divine, a supreme Not just a regular divine feminine or masculine, but a supreme, even closer to the angels, even closer to source, even closer to God. If they do not honor that you are a supreme divine feminine or masculine, at this point of the game, at where the collective is supposed to be going, they're not supposed to accompany you on the next leg of this journey, right? And we always say that you guys have valid reasons for holding on who you are holding on to, right? There's lessons to be learned and things of that nature, but if the person that you're thinking of requires you to do a lot of settling, to do a lot of shifting out of this Empress or Emperor energy, then they're not for you, simple and plain. And as the YouTube message said, not for you in this moment doesn't necessarily mean not for you forever. It just means not for now. You've got to start really, really walking before you can walk in this energy. Baby, I need you. Spirit needs you. Your future self requires you to start living in this energy of being the divine Empress or the divine Emperor. No more accepting mediocrity from lovers, employers, friends, neighbors, cops, whomever you have interactions with. Everybody must treat you like the great person that you are. Not to say you're conceited or big-headed or, all about yourself or any other negative connotation you want to surround that with. But being who you are called to be in this lifetime. A lot of you are chasing after people who don't even have the emotional or bandwidth to support the person that you are becoming. You are on a journey. This form that you have right now is not your final form. Whether you're 19 or 39 or 59 or 89, as long as you have breath in your lungs, you are on this continuous journey of growing and becoming, and you deserve a partner who can grow and become alongside with you, even if that means you change partners every 5 or 10 years. Or you wait until you meet the one that is truly the one. So if you were thinking about one particular person and they don't make you feel like you are the best thing since sliced bread, or at least try, they gotta go, boo. They gotta go. They really, really, really gotta go. What other messages do you have for the collective when it comes to their love journey? We'll keep those two together. Anything else? Make this a nice even 4. Thank you. Put these over here. And then we'll bring out the lovely Kipper deck again, right? See what else we could expect in love, or what else the collective needs to know when it comes to love. The Kipper deck seems to fly out the easiest. Let's get one last card from the Romance Angels. We'll leave that one right there. If you're open to it, right? Anything else? You wanted me to go dig for that one. Let's go see this one, right? Oh, it's 2 of them. Unrequited love. This could be the one. Well, that's an oxymoron. These are two conflicting cards, but they came out together. And it feels like as long as you hold on to this unrequited love, this person who's just taking up space in your energetic field, right? That there's not enough chemistry or attraction to keep the relationship going. You're blocking your official person, this new love from coming in, right? And we've got some hints, right? For those of you who are on the journey of preparing for your partner, right? We got a hint that it's an air sign, right? Or somebody who is heavy in their mental energy. As long as you keep holding on to the wrong person, the right person doesn't have space, doesn't have room, doesn't have the opportunity to come in. And this is confirmation that new love is coming in for you. Your official person, right? More air energy. And these tiles are giving me that chess vibes with that not for you card that comes out in the other oracle, right? It feels like the minute you let go of the person who's not for you, the one who is for you is going to come right in. And for some of you, it may be the same day. You may let go of Freddie today at, what time is it? 3:14. Like, all right, I'm done. And then you finish the live, you go about your day, and at 6 o'clock, you decide to go to the supermarket and walk straight into your future spouse. For some of you, it's going to happen that quickly if you are open to it. But you got to get past this energy of holding on to not just the person that isn't good for you, but anything that doesn't celebrate the amazing person that you are. Next, we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This is those of you who have a person who is clearly addicted to something. It may not even be a substance, right? It may be addicted to drama, addicted to mediocrity, right? Addicted to things that keep them stagnant in the 3D. On your journey, this is another confirmation, right? Of becoming, we got to cover up the world because, our watermelons are showing. If they're not going to grow with you and you're just holding on to them because of whatever reason, you're stopping yourself from progressing on the journey. It's never going to be a smooth road from point A to point B, but it's a lot easier than what some of you have been allowing it to be when it comes to love. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Your romantic love. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, remaining in your childlike energy, right? Being open to going, to experiencing different places and things, right? Being open to the possibilities, just as children are open, young children at least are open to the possibilities. Because again, when love shows up and it's coming, going back to what came out in that general reading we had, right? The distant horizon card, and Spirit kept saying, it's here, right? I love using the analogy of standing at the red light. Like you're at the red light, it's about to turn green. That love, that fulfilling love that you've been praying for is about to show up. It's just not going to show up with whom, for a lot of you, not all of you, most of you, with whom you thought that it would be. The Two of Wands is my twin flame card. Oh, for some of you, maybe for two of you. Talking about karmics and addictions. Some of you are attached to someone who is addicted to hanging out with low vibrational friends because they've been friends since the second grade, right? Going back to that past 20 years, past 25 years, past 10 years. Spirit is really pointing this out, right? With the Two of Wands. You see, one wand is in their left hand, their receiving hand. and the other hand is on the globe, the world, right? Wanting to give you the world, and their back is turned to this wand. For those of you who had the courage to let your person go and start doing you and just completely turned your back on them, they've been doing the work to walk away from the things that they were stuck to, that they've been attached to for far too long. They're getting ready to make a move. This new love is coming in as your old person who has a new outlook on life. They've received some type of download. They've become open to hearing spirit when spirit talks to them and doing the work. Because some of us, we hear spirit all day, every day. We get the dreams, we get the visions, we get the synchronicities, and we're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It happens, right? Joseph did it, right? They had to send Archangel Gabriel to set him straight, right? But for a select few of you, and it feels like maybe two, maybe three of you, right, who had to walk away from somebody, walking your way fully and completely gave your person the opportunity to heal, to see things clearly, to receive the downloads necessary to make changes, because Wands is a suit of changes, right? And do what needs to be done. Ooh, especially if y'all broke up like in May. Okay, now we're getting some timeline downloads. If y'all broke up like May, June, July, right? And you finally felt like you were getting your groove back during Sagittarius season, that's who that message is for. So if you're wondering who the select few is, that's the group that Spirit is talking to right now. Sagittarius season has changed your person while in separation. If you wasn't in separation with your person, y'all was still chit-chatting and bumping uglies, that message isn't for you. Lastly, we have the King of Swords, that air energy in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And going back to that child-like energy, I knew this card was going to come out, right? And free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This King of Swords that came out in reverse talks about failures to stand in your authentic self, right? Again, make sure you're making it clear what it is that you want in love and life, and allow it to come to you. Some of you, letting go of that person was the best thing you could have possibly done, because it started your healing journey as well as theirs. And that's exactly why you two were brought together. What else does the collective need to know about love? Any other messages for love? There's way too many, but we'll take that one. Anything else? These struggle to come out. It feels very much like the masculine energy struggling to come out and do what needs to be done, right? The changes that need to take place. So that was 2. So we have daydreaming, heads in the clouds, delusion, hopes and dreams. Spirit is asking you to make sure you see things clearly. Keep in mind, when we're talking about true soulmates or people who share that red string of fate, whatever work you do on yourself automatically inspires your person on an energetic, spiritual, subconscious level to start doing similar work on themselves. That's the beauty about being in no contact. Spirit takes over. At first, there's a lot of shade being thrown, a lot of subliminals being thrown on social media, but it gets to a point where one person goes into introspection mode, which inspires the other person to do the same. And in those moments, both individuals are able to see things clearly. This is what Sagittarius season was about, right? Revealing things and having both the divine masculine and feminine see things clearly. A lot of you going back to being higher called spiritual beings, right? Supremely divine masculines and feminines. When you meet a person, whether they're your friend, your coworker, your one night stand, your lover, your mate, whatever, you are supposed to spark their spiritual journey. That is your job, right? You are supposed to help them turn on their light. And the way it shows up is the way that it shows up. We have consequences, right? Or rewards, depending upon Spirit just said very, very loudly, stop setting yourself on fire to keep others warm. Some people, going back to that addiction, codependency, and being addicted to things, not just substances, but now there's a group of you that Spirit is targeting who's masculine, very clearly the masculine, is like the supreme people pleaser. They're supposed to be on a sacred spiritual journey, but they just want to save the world in all the wrong ways, right? They have no boundaries. They let people walk all over them, except for when it comes to their lover. Then that's when they want to put up some boundaries. Being in separation and having this relationship fall apart, for those of you who this resonates with, started that dark night of the soul or tower moment, if you will, for the masculine, for them to see that they've been literally lighting themselves on fire to keep people warm. And if the shoes were on the other feet, those same people who've been around for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years would not do the same. Whether or not they could, they would not do the same for that person. They will see them struggling and just let them revel in their struggle. Your person had to lose you in order for them to realize in their moments of self-reflection and introspection that they've been going about life all the wrong way, right? With this legal, going back to consequences, some folks never got past that high school phase of being in cliques and, doing whatever for the fam, right? Right. And staying with these cliques and social circles, and folks who've gotten involved with doing things and haven't walked that straight line. We talked about justice being served in spirit, but justice is also being served in the physical. It's nice in one way to want to do any and everything within your ability to help somebody else. But when you're doing that from a self-serving place without boundaries, you get yourself into trouble. A lot of people don't understand when the guys in the suits walk up to their front door early on a Tuesday morning, right? Task Force Tuesdays from our New York City folks, right? Asking that person to come with them. Jesus. That's also coming up that somebody is going to be facing prison time. Not jail time, right? Because that's different. No, somebody's going to the whole trial, indictment, trial, sentencing. Years, right? How many years? I don't know. It was kind of tongue-in-cheek when Spirit said earlier, right, in a general reading, if you did the crime, you have to do the time. There's a handful of you who are attached to a divine masculine who dibbled and dabbled in something they shouldn't have been dibbling and dabbling to, but succumbed to what feels like peer pressure. And they did it anyway, thinking nothing would come of it. And it's been so long ago that they did this thing that they forgot about it. But they've been under surveillance a very, very long time. And now that there's enough evidence, it's time to face the judge. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it. It's part of their journey. It's part of their becoming. That is your love message, which kind of ended on a really, really dark note. Jeez Louise. Sorrows, like true sorrows and prayers for that person who is facing legal ramifications for their actions, we'll say that. Because intuitively, it's going to affect, like I could feel how many people are going to be impacted. And it feels like a very silly decision, right? But in standing up for their friend and being there for their friend, they've gotten themselves into, they've gotten jammed up and they don't realize it yet. They don't even see this coming. Jesus. All right. Let's go check these messages, try to lighten up the mood. And they're showing me lots of powder. Not that your person was involved in that booger sugar. We'll leave it at that, right? Keep it TikTok safe. But they have a friend, a close friend of theirs that is in the transportation business. So, yeah. Those who know United States law kind of know where that is going, right? I'm not going to say too much because then it could come back like, how did you know? I didn't. They're just telling me these. It's like, imagine me sitting in court saying I got downloads. Jesus. Hi, Glitter99. How are you? Jessica. Hi, Portia. It feels like a Rico, right? Like, how are you going to beat this? Like, this is definitely, damn. Whew. Jesus. Prayers. That's all I got is prayers. Prayers. Jessica, so I just need to leave. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. Just up, leave, shut the door, right? Because the jarring motion, right, the suddenness of it jars something with the person that is affected by it. I like all this 222 action going on in the comments. Miss Nicole, I hear you. Jessica, I hope you saw what Miss Nicole wrote. Queen Kwan, hello. Marcy, really? Wow, that's wild. That's wild. Hi, Momo. It was the hardest thing ever, and I forgive him. That's great, but there's no going back. I feel you, Deanna. I feel you. Continuing to heal and leveling up, the most peace that you've had. I hear you. I hear you. Jeez Louise, that Rico energy is now heavy and thick in the air. My goodness. Damn. Well, hello, Ace of Spades. How are you? Cash flow. Hello. All right, J Max, where you at? Where you at? My heart is so heavy. Okay. J Max, did you have a specific question or did you just want a general message? As a reminder, January 1st, paid Patreon subscribers will be the ones who get the full mini reads. Subscribers to the live will get 1 heart pulse. Ace of Spades, I'm glad you're well. I need to know. All right, well, let's see what we could see what comes out for the person. Now the same moving truck just went up and down my block. Hello, Angel Warrior. Good, you haven't broken no contact. That's a nice place to be, right? All right, I'm turning away from the comments, tuning in to J Max Person, who has returned to energy. All right, let me see if I can find my stones. You have the rose quartz, the clear quartz, or the moldavite. Which pile is your pile? And this message is just for J Max. So are we going with the rose quartz? Rose quartz it is. You have, she's back out. Ooh. Let's just cover this up, right? Keep it ticky-tock safe. All of those wanted to come out. 5. Your person, first of all, they're saying stay in no contact. They're like, don't say a word, don't say nothing. And if they send you a message, let it cook for a while before you respond. Your person is very, very aligned with some of what came out in this love reading we had for the collective, in that it feels like they're at the beginning stages of doing healing work, releasing what needs to be released and getting out of this energy of juggling ideas, juggling thoughts, juggling feelings, juggling people. They have a lot of releasing they need to do. Very much in an exploration phase of what needs to go, what needs to stay, right? You see how this energy came out conflicting again with the unrequited love? As they are right now, they're still not ready to be the person that their heart wants them to be. It feels like your person knows in their heart what they should be doing because, how they say, who feels it knows it. But because they've been living life a certain way and are surrounded by people who live a life that same certain way, they're not ready yet to be the outlier, the person who stands out, the person who does things a little differently. There's a lot of chemistry here. Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. But it's that chemistry coupled with your absence that's pushing your person to take that leap of faith into that new day. When we see, gotta cover up this person, right? The sun card, right? It's just them on the horse going for a ride, having the time of their life, right? No baggage. When we see the fool, almost the same thing, right? About to have the time of their life and very, very little baggage, just necessities. Your person feels like they're growing into this energy of carrying with them only what is necessary and releasing the people, places, and things that do not serve their highest good. That's confirmation with the World card, right? They're going through some shifts, some elevation, some type of growth, right? That's what they need to tap into your energy because that's where they get their peace. That's when they get their confirmation. This is someone who's going to present themselves in the physical soon. But make sure that when they do, you lean into your intuition to see if they're really ready to be that person that takes that leap of faith and leaves the past behind once and for all. This energy, right? Typically, these feel like mountains. But with yesterday's energy with the magician, right? And spirit highlighting the fact that the masculine was standing on firm ground while the waves were crashing behind him. I'm getting that energy again, right? That same message again. They're ready to leave the craziness, the chaos behind them and offer something firm and stable. But in your case, your person is getting ready to get into this energy of being able, being equipped, having the ability to change with this wand that the Fool is holding, right? And offer you the stability that you deserve. J Max, that is your message. Ooh, I made my first live with you. Yes, honey, yes. Hi, Jen's only sister. How are you? We are booked for the live, right? You can always book a one-on-one reading using the links in my bio. And I rarely dream about him. The dream I had this morning, he was apologizing. Don't forget to speak to him in dream state. Or use those moments when you're picking up on his scent, or you can really feel him in your energy, to send him mentally, right? Don't text him physically, but mentally, spiritually, through your heart space. Send him messages of encouragement for him to keep going along on his journey. Krista, he comes back in the morning. I love it. I love it. It wasn't so forgiving, and then I felt guilty. That's part of your healing journey, right? As Spirit said, at some point between the readings, right? True twin flames, soulmates, whatever you want to call it. But those who truly share that red cord of faith, right? You are brought into each other's lives to spark each other's healings. And no matter how healed as a spiritual person we think we are, we get that trigger and you realize we're not so much healed, right? Feeling that guilt. What's that about? That's for you to sit with and untangle and discover the other bits and pieces of you that need some healing attention at this time. Your person's going through changes, right? Let them, let them hold space for them, right? Sending loving thoughts when you can, when you are able to, because sometimes we're not able to, and look at that, right? Going back to that Empress energy, remember who you are and hold space for them to rise up to the occasion. Even if you got to curse them out a few times in spirit first, right? Clear the air. Right? Siennas, how are you? Tomorrow is Friday. We'll see. If you catch me live, you catch me live. It's probably going to be super duper early. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of cussing from time to time. From time to time. Portia, where art thou? We're going to do Portia and then the lovely Layla. Please, please, please continue hitting that like button so we can stay relevant in the TikTok algorithm. Portia. He will not reach out until when he is supposed to. Have you ever read The Game of Life and How to Play It by Floral Scoville Shin? I suggest you run expeditiously and pick that up, right? You could get a hard copy off of, Amazon, or you could download the free PDF of the book, right? Because that book is over 100 years old. Read it if you must. Listen to it on YouTube. Nas, please and thank you. The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scoville Shin. Let me know what you think and how do you feel after you get like midway through the book. Portia, did you have a specific question or did you want a general message? General love questions. When do you plan on traveling to New York? That's the question to ask. When do you plan on traveling to New York? And why are you coming to New York? Without being too specific, right? Because you don't want to put all your business out in the streets. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Oh, I like the team cheers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I say that because anybody who is considering traveling, just take a note, right, of all the drone activity, right? Remember that where the drones are, how close or far, how close it is to the epicenter of the earthquake that we experienced back in April around last eclipse season, right? So what were you doing around the end of March, beginning of April? Those of you who are thinking about coming to New York, is what's pulling you here, right? Especially if you're coming to like the city or the five boroughs, right? Anywhere that was pretty much affected by this past April's earthquake and subsequent aftershocks, the drone activities, and the inauguration that's taking place in January. Really tap in with your guides and spirits to see if it's the safest time. It very well might be, right? Or there can be an entire-ish show going on at the time of your arrival. But if it's meant for you to be here, because you guys know I've been reporting, past 2 summers, the water has been really, really weird. There's been a lot more sea entity behavior than usual. And that's for a reason, right? The spirits that reside in the oceans are the primordial spirits, the spirits that were here before the rest of them, right? The angels that were here before the rest of them. So if they're stirring, there's something underfoot, which is another reason why those of you who live near coastal communities, right? Here in the United States, I can't speak for the rest of the globe, but I'm pretty sure this affects everyone who lives near the ocean or a ocean, right? Just to pay attention, right? Not to be scared, because we ain't never scared. We're highly attuned spiritual beings that, we listen to our guides, right? And if you don't, this is a good time to start paying attention to what they say, because if they tell you move, you move, right? To prevent from getting caught up. So if you're called here, especially during inauguration season, there's a reason for it. So that's that. I just need time away to breathe from everything I've been drawn there for. Oh, there. Use the exact words, right? If you're getting the call to come. 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 You get the Citizens app, download it on your phone when you touch down, right? So you know of all the happenings that's going around near you, right? To keep you safe, but come. I had a dream. I was walking in Soho, with my girl, laughing while it was snowing and the snow was sticking. Oh, if you want to come, come. Now your second question was, so that answers should you travel to NY, right? So if you feel the call, come. And whose zodiac? Oh, you're choosing, touched on this before. Who's the person that, there we go. Portia should be with, right? Because we just did this for the collective, right? So which sign is the person you should be talking to, right? Or putting more of your energy to? The Virgo. The one who has Virgo tendencies or Aquarius tendencies. But this is heavy Virgo. That's the one who's going to bring you happiness. The Hermit is very, very clear, right? It didn't give us like swords or wands, right? As the indicator for your person, it gave us a clear Virgo. Do you even know a Virgo? That's the better question, right? but they're pointing to this part. That's who you should be, a Virgo. So if you don't know a Virgo, because it feels like you don't see this happiness coming, because the way it came out, the Hermit's back is turned to the Three of Cups. In the general reading, it was talking about whatever comes, comes, whatever goes, goes, and processing whatever comes. And if it's for you, hold on to it. But if it's not, let it go, right? That's the energy they want you in at this time, because you're on a journey, right? The Hermit is on a journey, a slow journey, because he can't move that fast of change with that wand in his hand. But you have a Virgo. It doesn't have to be their sun sign, but it's definitely in their big three. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, who's going to be that wish fulfillment. So keep going. Keep going. And let me see. I don't have my other wider weights out. Is there anything else Portia needs to know about the person that's coming in for her, that's going to be wish fulfillment in love? What else does Portia need to know about the person that's coming in for her, that's going to be wish fulfillment in love? Any day now. So this is somebody you haven't met yet. It feels like, let me push this up and spread these out. You are hopeful, right? But they want you to sit tight. They want you to sit tight. Whatever comes, comes. Whatever goes, goes. Notice how it's feminine, feminine, feminine. Whatever bit of masculines here are just here to teach you, help you along your journey, right? One of you guys said teach you a lesson, but not like that, right? Help you along your journey. The person that is for you has yet to make their way into the chat. Oh, look at that, right? A thief, and then mature man to complement that mature woman. If you rush the process, right, and pick one just to pick one, or be with somebody just for the sake of being with somebody, right? To have a warm body next to you during these frigid days, at least here in New York, right? Then that's all they're going to be good for. They're just going to be a placeholder and further delay you from meeting the person that you are supposed to meet, somebody who's going to be a good partner for you. Keep going. Keep allowing love to find you. That is your message, Portia. Layla, where art thou? Is he in another country or with you in your country? Is the person Portia's supposed to be with live in her country or meeting somewhere else? I knew that was going to come out. I knew it. So as much as I wanted to give you a firm answer, as soon as I started asking in my mind's eye, I got to cover these two up, right? They're asking you to be open to how love shows up for you, right? It's great to know, but they want you to just focus on the journey of becoming who you are supposed to become, right? Rather than focusing on which person can it be, who should I deal with, this person did that to me. This season is about release. Releasing old thought patterns around love, releasing old behaviors around love, releasing expectations, and really getting to the energy of flow. Flow, right? Holding on too tightly to anything or anyone, right? When you're holding on too tightly, the haftiness of knowing or just holding on tightly to somebody prevents, first of all, life, your blood, from flowing the way it's supposed to be. But when you're holding on too tightly, nothing else can enter. And not surprisingly, anything we happen to hold on too tightly to all of a sudden becomes elusive. Let it go, right? These karmic attachments to people, places, and things, especially a certain person and a certain behavior pattern, like you do the same thing through all your relationships and then wonder why it doesn't work out. Stop that. That's why the Hermit card is out, right? Not just that the Virgo is coming in, but this is the time for you. This is a time for you to date you. That is clear from your guides. That is a clear message. They just came and took over and said, this is a time for you to date you. Layla. Thank you for your patience. Layla will be in the last reading. Winfrey, hello, hello, hello. Sometimes that does happen, you know. You come right on time and it resonates. It's always when we think we're ready, Spirit shows us that we are so far from it. You are welcome, my dear. Been notified of big energetic changes, so I'm open to guidance on it all. All right, we're shifting the energy to Madam Layla. Mistress Layla. Empress Layla. Mistress, not in third party. Mistress as in Mr., the head person in charge. To get your mind out the gutter, people. As a truck goes blaring by. So let's talk about these energetic shifts then, right? That Layla is supposed to be going through. You have the clear quartz, the rose quartz, or the moldavite. Which pile is your pile? Which pile is your pile? Clear quartz. Anybody else who would like a personal reading? That information is in the bio. Sign up for the road opener on the 30th is in the bio. This message is only for Layla, but it might resonate with a few of you. So let's see what changes are coming in for the beautiful Layla. You have, the King of Swords in the upright. And, the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Swords for Layla. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Thank you. So when we talk about this King of Swords, and they said Queen, right? Being crossed. Let's do it like this. Air energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy, right? Always making sure or stepping into the knowingness that you are prepared for this next leg of your journey. They are you know how Spirit said in the general reading how a lot of the collective had this knowingness that something good is coming, but it's just in that something good is coming energy for weeks and months now? That's also part of the energy that you're in. You know that this is happening. You know that this is changing. So no matter what comes or what delays show up for you, because there's still a little bit of delays coming up before before the reveal can happen. This is a time for you to, we're back to that Four of Pentacles, holding on to tightly, to let go and go with the flow. Just remember, every friend is not a friend and every foe is not a foe, right? Some friends that are foes are pretending to be friends. We always have that Judas in our energy. Where you are going and how things are shifting for you, you are required to go with the flow and feel fully supported. You have a couple of losses coming up. It's a little bit to clear your path to where you want to go when it comes to your love life, most especially somebody close to you, somebody you consider a dear friend. You're not going to like this. I don't even want to say it because but I have to. Because it's stupid. Destiny swapping. Somebody has kept you close specifically to try to switch your life with theirs, right? Giving Freaky Friday vibes, but they can't, right? That was never going to be allowed because you've sacrificed too much, you've done too much, and more than anything, you've believed too strongly for things to just be taken out of, for the wool to be pulled, from the rug to be pulled from underneath your feet, right? That's the biggest change that's coming. The person that they're going to show to you, you already know who you're going to end up with. You already know. You've had dreams about this person. Like love is already in the cards for you. But in wanting to know what's coming, you guys are like, oh, you want to know? Somebody's going to show their ass. And you're going to have to, in a very diplomatic way, no matter how hurt you feel inside, Put them in their place respectfully and sever that relationship for good, right? That past person that they were that were filled with love and light, someone in your circle has lost their love and light. And the closer you get to this energy is the more hateful and spiteful they're going to get. And they know this is coming in for you. That step that you wanted to do in January, that this is going to happen so that that's going to happen, monitoring spirits, so I'm not putting all of your business out there. Once that first step happened and that second step happening, then you're going to start to see people's true colors. As badly as it hurts, do not let your feelings get the best of you. You know how your reading even began with the name calling, right? First they called you, I don't remember first, and then they said Mistress Layla, right? Not mistress as in third party, but mistress as in being the head of the household, right? Having power, having wealth, having property, right? Goddess, right? They had all these higher echelon labels for you. They need you to operate from that energy. It showed, they're showing the King of Swords, but they want you to operate out of that energy, not the Queen of Swords, right? The King of Swords. Queens are receptive. Kings are about that action, but your action is about to be done in a diplomatic way. Once people start showing you their true colors, be unfucking moved. Do not shed tears. Don't be the friend that's like, but why? Be unmoved, at least on the outside. When you get to yourself and you're by yourself and you want to cry it out, cry it out. But in the face of people showing you their true colors and the Judas in your life being brought to the Judases, right, being brought to your life once and for all, being brought to the front, and that mask is taken off, be unmoved. Because that's how you call your energy back and all. And that's how you break the bippity boppity boo. Any magic, any ritual that was done over you. And that is a key for us all, right? When spirit reveals to you who your greatest op in the spiritual world is, that's not a time for you to go boo-hooing and drop yourself at that person's feet, right? Asking why. It's a time for you to put on your own mask of resilience, of being unmoved, of being the emperor or empress that you are, and standing in your Queen of Swords energy. The King of Swords is fair. He's honest. He thinks things through before he starts that action, but best believe he's about that action. You already see clearly how things are going to go. But first, they got to get rid of the Judas before you can be transfigured and transformed into the person that you're supposed to be. That is your message. Whole scarf came off and everything. Jeez Louise. Is this why I've been told to go my own way? Exactly. But now, especially as we are shifting from Mercury retrograde and is now in that direct motion, right? Now that it's been made clear to you who you are, step into your royalness, right? Lean into your own gifts and powers and use the cosmic happenings that we are going to have over the next 3 months to help empower you, to help guide you through this moment of transition. Think more, say less. Say less do more. Whenever we're going through seasons like this and Spirit's about to do the big reveal, they always tell us to be quiet and just move, right? And just do. And as people are like, oh my God, you got married? Yeah, I got married. Oh my God, you got a new house? Yeah, I got a new house. Oh my God, he's rich and famous? Yeah. That is the biggest thing that they have for you, is to be unmoved, unshaken, unfuckwithable. You might be dying inside, but don't let anybody know. Don't let anybody see. Keep that to yourself and or the trusted people in your circle. Oh, my goodness. I just want to hug you right now. But we all have Judases to contend with along our journey, right? That's part of the path hello. When Judas pops out, that's when you know you're about to go through your transfiguration. When Judas gets revealed, you know your transformation is now imminent. You are about to ascend to your place of greatness. So whatever hurt, disappointment, tears, negative feeling, insert here, that comes with it, F it. Because you know right after is your change. And that's for the entire collective. Before we wrap up the live, don't you be over there crying neither. I will hop on a plane and come find you on the other side of the pond, my dear. Before we wrap up the live, does anyone have any general questions, thoughts, feelings, responses about anything that came out on the live that you want to share with the collective? General, don't ask me about Tommy. Okay? You need a personal reading, that information's in the bio. You rush. Thank you. You surely can. As I keep hitting that plate. You surely can, Boogie. I will send you a recorded message between tomorrow and Saturday. How's that sound? You got to stand on ground like it stand on business, right? Stand on your ground like it is your job, like they pay you handsomely to stand on business. Whatever decision you've been called to make during this time, do not double back down. Do not about face, right? No matter who has what to say about it. We knew Sagittarius season would be a transformative one. We just didn't know how it was going to show up. But whatever guidance you have been given, whatever intuitive nods you've been getting from your intuition, just follow it. Just follow it. It will not lead you astray. Y'all heard that, right? Another confirmation to just keep going. It will not lead you astray at all. At all. It's not going to be easy. Who said that, right? But it's going to be, well, worth it. Stay in that energy. So Biggie, I got you. Layla, I got you. Loka, it is okay. There's only one person this could be. Are you so sure? Think about that Four of Pentacles and open up your scope. right? Is it me, Jesus? Person giving that vibe, open up your energy. Open your eyes. Blue Rose, I gotta do something to make y'all giggle. We're not leaving here without giggles. That's for certain. Before the abundance, before the prosperity, comes the deception. It feels like for true believers, that's how it works out. That deception by someone you never thought, or maybe you knew all along, right? But for whatever reason, you let shit slide. And it's okay. That's part of the journey too, right? If there was no Judas, there would be no trial. There was no trial, there would be no triumph. If there was no Judas, there would have been no trial. Without no trial, there would have been no triumph. As somebody's singing their little heart out, right? A little theme music for your triumph. Spirit is on one today, but it is a testament to the work that's being done on their side and in acknowledgement of the work that you're doing along your journey. Just as like everything fell into place here, everything is falling into place in your life, right? Everything is coming into place. It's not going to be pretty, right? And Spirit's never going to give you a play-by-play, right? They'll give you clues, but they'll never give you a play-by-play. We always talk about Jesus, and if he knew he had to get crucified, would he sign up for the deal? He probably wouldn't have. Right? So they had to leave that part out. Ethereal Empress. Ew. The devil card just flew onto my floor when you were talking about the Judas. We have now confirmed it is Judas season. Ooh. People are definitely revealing their true colors, or the true colors of those being around us are being revealed, right? Because this goes back to messages we got months ago, right? We know that right before we hit a season of greatness, of things falling apart, all of the ops have to be revealed so they get removed so we don't accidentally share our blessings with them because they don't deserve it. Hi, Trey. How are you? Oh my goodness, today was wonderful. We had theme songs, we had singing, we still have sunlight. A little bit. A little bit, but just enough. Spirit has been snitching on them for a while. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I thank everyone. Let me just do a quick glance through the comments. Honeybee, how are you? You're back in Cali. Get out. We definitely have to catch up. Druzy. Victory singing, indeed, 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 indeed. All right. If you need a personal reading, you know where that information is. I thank you all for spending this part of your day or your evening or your night or your morning, depending upon which time zone you're in. Thank you, thank you, thank you for spending this time with Spirit, the Soul Tribe, and myself. Thank you, Soul Tribe. I love you guys so much. I appreciate everyone's support. Go click on that first video in my pinned videos and let's light that John up to get it to 1 million. Please and Thank you. What else? What else? What else? What else? Biggest takeaway from today's live? Pay attention to your intuition. Layla's reading really emphasized the need for us all to say less and do more. Let life speak for itself. This is a good time to play your cards close to your chest and let people think what they want to think, because that's what they're going to do anyway. Right? Right. I love you all. Stay blessed.